I don't think I would be doing this if I wasn't a Harry Potter fan.
I guess I spent a good portion of my life with Harry Potter, now that I think about it.
Yes!
My name's Charmaine Ng. I am a sophomore, and if I had to pick a house, I'd be in Gryffindor. I just love that they're so loyal to each other, and they always stick by each other, and it takes a lot of courage to be a Gryffindor, and that's something I aspire to, have.
My name is Adrian, and I'm a 4th year in architecture. In the world of Harry Potter, I guess I would be in Hufflepuff, because it's just a house where most people would say are the rejects, but I would see them as the people who get left behind and just are the leaders who turn up in the end, just because no one sees them coming, the underdogs.
Phoenix, are you ready?
Yeah!
Sue, are you ready? Yeah! The snitch is loose!
Harry Potter has been part of, I could say, like 99% of childhoods in the last generation. So everyone has a little bit of like Harry Potterness in them, or this fascination with magic. So it's just an easy bonding ground for a lot of people, and especially for people who have just come onto campus and are looking for friends. It's an easy ground to jump off of.
Alright, here we go. Seekers are loose!
Quidditch actually started 2 years ago with two, I think they were seniors, but they didn't have enough time to get Quidditch going. So Charmaine picked it up this year.
And I was part of the Facebook group, but it wasn't active, and I was like, why aren't we starting this? Because there were a lot. And I was just like, well, I could just start it myself.
We started off with a bang. We actually had about 13, 14 people show up, and that's pretty cool. So we got a sample of what a real game would be like.
Run back around their team's goalpost and then back into the game. And the keeper just guards, the goalpost, and they're immune to all bludgers.
So each team has a minimum of 7 players and a maximum of 20 players, and each team has to have at least 2 female players, not including the Seeker. There are 3 chasers, and they run around with this quaffle. It's technically a volleyball, and you just score by throwing it through the hula hoop. At the same time, there are 2 beaters throwing around these bludgers at you. And when you're hit by one, you have to drop whatever you're holding and run around your team's goalposts and then come back into the game. The snitch is actually, there's a snitch runner who has this hanging out of his or her shorts.
Being a snitch is actually really fun. In the real game, you wear all yellow, but what we have is a yellow t-shirt with the word snitch written in giant letters on the back. And basically, it's a game of hide and go seek.
The thing is, like, the snitch is sort of holy. You can't do anything to the snitch at all, but he or she can do anything to you to avoid being captured. Yeah, the snitch actually has all of campus to run around, but he can't hide in the buildings or anything. And after 10 minutes, if the snitch still hasn't been caught, he has to return to the field, and so do the Seekers, and then they try to catch him there. And meanwhile, the game is still going on around them. People can still score, and the leaders can actually really knock out Seekers. So the Seekers, they do get really tired. I really just love that it's unique. I mean, I know that's a cliche word to use, but it is. Like, it's a combination of a whole bunch of different sports.
It's a great common ground for like almost everyone, well, actually everyone, because the athletic skill in that game isn't the highest, so anyone can play, and the learning curve is really easy for people to adapt to.
And I think it's really important that it's competitive, but not to the point where everyone takes it like really seriously and there's a lot of pressure.
It just feels like any other sport. You take pride when your team wins or when you score a goal.
Good boy!
Yay! 60, Neri! 30, Slytherin!
Yeah, it's a full contact sport. You can be body checked, you can be tackled, you can slide tackled. You can't be, punched or tripped or shoved. And some big penalties are like broom grabbing or cape twisting. Those are big no-nos.
It can get physical. Some have compared the game of Quidditch to a game of rugby.
I had no idea it was such a physical sport.
Sorry, man.
Oh!
First day out, playing Quidditch with some friends, and went to go score the goal, or try to score the goal. Keeper was on his job, slipped a little bit, kind of, I don't know if I hit his elbow or knee, but just vulnerable place, you know. And yeah, started bleeding. Yeah, so I encourage, you know, everyone get out here, especially if you're not afraid to get a little bloody. I had no idea, but it's all good, you know. Glad I could bring some light to Quidditch.
What? Hey, come on! Go away! Keep going.
Back in January, when we were finally like preparing the scrimmage, another friend and I went on this huge trip to get materials to make the goalposts.
Which were 6 posts in varying heights, and basically what it was just a bucket of concrete, PVC pipe in it, and then a hula hoop attached on top. And then every Saturday, it's basically, I load up all the hoops in my car and then drive over to the field, and then everyone just comes out, helps, and set up the field. And then we start playing.